Welcome to Golf Talk Radio with PGA professionals Mike Brabenek and Billy Gibbs. Golf Talk Radio is brought to you by TaylorMade Golf, the Paso Robles Golf Club, Slick Sticks, your key to better golf, McPhee's Grill of Templeton, dedicated to great food and great service, McGowie Health Group, expect something different, and Nikki Anderson, Realtor. And now, the hosts of Golf Talk Radio, Mike and Billy.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome into Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. So glad you are joining us. It's good to be back in studio, and it's really good that you are listening to us. Thank you for your time. My name is Billy Gibbs. That guy right over there is Mr. Mike Brabenek. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Mr. Bill.
Good to see you guys. Nikki, always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you, Billy.
Missed you all last week. Last
week
week was pretty exciting stuff, Masters Week. So today we're going to be talking about after the Masters. We're going to be, the little follow-up show post-Masters. A lot of stuff going on with that whole event. It was quite an event. I'm trying to find. There we go. We're going to have Mr. Jim Hackenberg from Orange Whip Golf. I'm going to tell you one thing. This is one of those. He has some swing aids that have standed the test of time. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. They seem to be cool for a little while and disappear. Not this company. Orange Whip is doing amazing things. Actually saw one on the range at the Masters. We'll have Dave Schmandl calling in at the top of the hour with Slick Sticks, as he always does. We'll be having a live shot today, I believe, coming from Prim. Whether is Prim in California, right? Is it right on the border?
It's right on the border.
So
you're correct.
So the golf course that they're playing might not be in Nevada. So, but I think he's calling from Prim.
So if it was Nevada, would it be it wouldn't be in 1 hour time difference at that
No,
point.
not there.
It's got to be further east.
I think certain times of year it might be. Not during the daylight savings time. So we might be joking around a little bit, but we're sure going to have a good time. As I said, it's good to be back in. I was gone last week. Always nice to be in the studio. And Nikki's got her chips down. It's nice to see you practice your chipping.
Yes, I've been
which is very cool. So, Mike, what's new in your world, man?
Oh, what's new? Man, this week blew by so fast. I can't believe how fast it went by. I don't know. Did it go fast for you guys?
Yeah.
Not for me.
It was, yeah.
Slow week.
Crazy week.
It was.
Yeah. But that's cool. That means you're busy.
Exclamation point yesterday, exclamation.
That just means you're really, really busy.
Yeah, it is. It's good. I actually got a lot of practice in this week because I've been hanging out at the golf course longer because my son's working at the golf course, so he'll close. So then I'm like, okay, well that's my time to go out at 6:00 or 6:30, and I go out there for about an hour and hit a big bucket of balls out there and practice and all that stuff. So it's been kind of cool getting back in the groove.
So during breaks and time that you can get away, you go and practice. It's awesome.
Very, very therapeutic. But I know you mentioned we were going to talk about a little bit later, maybe about the wind.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a good topic for this. Maybe it's either this hour or the next hour. But it's been extremely windy here in the Central Coast. We're not used to this kind of wind, but it's been really crazy winds, 30, 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts happening around, and it made me think, wow, how do you play in this stuff? And since we're not used to it, and I thought it'd be a good topic, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Yeah, the other thing that was really cool this past weekend, I know you've come up to Paso. We had the NCGA Junior Tour come through, and it was amazing to watch these kids. They're anywhere from 12 years old up to I think as old as 17. But I think you would like to hear this. I know Nikki will. That the field was comprised of 65% girls.
That's awesome.
Which there was 100 of them.
That's fantastic.
And it was so cool watching them play. And I had a chance to kind of help out. They ended up going to a playoff in the girls' championship, and so we had to go out and choose a hole. There was officials with there, the NCGA doing all that, and it just goes to show you. Just off the first tee shot, how you think you know how the hole's going to play out, and it doesn't. So one girl hits it right down the middle. Other girl hits it down the right side of 7, and it's over by these big oleander bushes. She's got 185 yards against an oleander bush. She's got to carry a ravine to a green that's elevated with a big greenside bunkers. Somehow, I still don't know how she did it. She took a hybrid, set her wrist really early, flew the thing over the trees. It went like off the green about pin high over the bunker in thick rough. The other girl in the middle of the fairway hits a shot. It just kind of fades on her. Unlucky bounce, hits the cart path, goes up against the fence. and the oleanders, and the girl who you would have thought right off the tee shot who hit it in the oleanders the first time, you thought she'd be out.
Yep. Never give up.
And the thing that was so cool is this was the girl's first win ever, and she was from Pleasanton, and then Ethan Chang, I think is his name, won, and he shot 68-69. He won the boys division, and he's up from Santa Teresa area. So, and it was just really cool. The kids were great. It went really well. You know, we did the show last Saturday. It was pouring rain, and the rain shut off at 11:30, and the tournament started at 1, and 100 golfers go out and play, and
Perfect.
it was just fun. It was just really fun. I missed seeing you up there, Billy, because I know the Averitt brothers, either one of them or both of them used to play in that tournament. And,
I miss being there myself. But I'll tell you, the fastest growing demographic in golf right now is girls golf. I mean, it's really nice to see that because it was really the smallest demographic. Was junior girls was hardly non-existent.
Right.
It was almost non-existent, and now it's the fastest growing one. A couple things stick to mind about your story is I'm impressed that you know what an Orlander. What do you say that? What kind of
Oleander?
Oleander plant bush is?
Oleander, yeah.
And in the first place, that's cool that you know that.
Because they're pretty big.
Oleander?
Oleander.
And so, secondly, maybe she should name her child when she has one eventually Oleander.
There you go.
Because
that's
what Sergio, named Azalea. His name. Did you know that?
I did know that,
Yeah.
but do you think that other
Because he
golfers will follow suit after
I don't
Sergio's
know, but this is her
2018
first
showing?
win, and she was in like 6 Oleander bushes, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And so can you describe the Oleander for me?
It is.
I mean, I'm impressed that you know that. I mean,
It starts out rather small.
was it a New England Oleander, or was it
grows-
more of the South American Oleander?
I think it's New England.
New England
but
Oleander, yeah.
it tends to spread low to the ground, and then it kind of balls up,
Wow.
and it's got a lot of air in it. Like there's a lot of leaves on the outside of the bush, but the inside's very empty.
I can almost see, I can picture it now, buddy. It's the Oleander. So, the New England Oleander.
In New England, it might be a derivative of that.
Yeah, the Midwestern Oleander is a little more leafy.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and
This one has blooms on it, a lot of blooms.
What color are the
a little bit of
blooms?
sap, maybe.
There's some sap.
Sometimes.
So
yeah,
I guess
if you
they're
bust
breathing.
the leaves.
So,
And,
and what color are the blooms?
I think they're red.
White and red.
White, wow.
Depends on the kind. You know, if it's
Feels like spring in here.
if it's like a hybrid cross, then it ends up being kind of whitish.
That's why she used the hybrid.
Yes.
That's exactly.
And if it's purple,
because she
that's-
looked down, she saw that the New England Oleander was a crossbreed.
Yes.
And so she was a hybrid. So she used her hybrid, and she made the best
Exactly.
par of her life, and she wins the tournament. And her
Right.
daughter should be named Oleander in the years to come when she has a child.
I
If she
was-
does.
I was
Oleander.
trying to keep the story short, but she actually pulled out a plant identification book.
Yeah, and is that legal?
Well, I didn't mention
I
anything.
mean, because
didn't
is
want
that
to get her
I
disqualified.
guess it would be. I mean, if you can Google like oleander and how much airspace is in between the leaves, this could dictate: should I go
pretty big.
through the plant or do I go over the plant?
Yes.
So there's a lot going on in your
These
junior.
are kind of like behind her, like
Oh,
right on
behind
the
her
backswing.
landers.
on the backswing.
Behind her landers.
Behind her landers.
Yeah, those are European, man. So great story. It is exciting to know that there's so many golfers. And as Nikki walked out the room, I mentioned that junior golf girls is the fastest growing demographic in golf, and that is so huge.
It's awesome.
So at the first tee, we're at 46% in our chapter.
Amazing.
And that's in golf in general. I think ladies golf is 20-something%. It's growing.
It's great.
But the girls, it's almost half, and yours was 65% in your event, right?
Yeah, it was
So it's
crazy.
very, very cool. It shows
Yeah.
that young girls are starting to play and get competitive, and it's extremely healthy.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. I can't match that story, buddy. That's really cool. And I wish I was up there because I love watching junior golf. I mean, it's something that, it gets my oleanders flowing. It's kind of like blooming. So do you, are the oleanders spread all through your course, or do you have one hole? Is it named oleander?
No,
It's not. It's like
could be.
azalea. They have the whole azalea, and they have
do
the
that at
white
Paso.
cottonwood.
Good idea. It's they border the fence on 7. They're great for covering fences.
Oh, so they grow out. They're like vines.
Yeah, well,
They
these
reach out
They're
and-
kind of grow like in a ball. It's
Yeah.
I gotta
No,
Google.
they
Yeah,
stay
they're
low to the
yeah,
ground.
Yeah, they're low.
and then
My
if-
balls go right through them into the yards behind the fence.
Of
So there.
course, yes. And then the back of number 10 green, along the fence where the street is back there.
Yeah.
They'll grow along there. And then along number
Never been over that green, so I don't.
number
That's hard
8
green
and
to get over.
13T along the fence
Wow.
on the back there along the road.
That's a
So-
big good hole, oleander.
Yes.
8. You should name that hole oleander.
Now you shouldn't get in the oleanders on 8 and 13 because you're hitting it backwards.
That's not good.
No,
That's behind you.
That would be hard.
that would be really
Yeah, so you don't want to. So it has to.
that'd be really tough. That'd be really tough. But yeah, it was very cool. It was fun. It was fun to see that the youngsters and their talent and their demeanor and how they approached the game. And there was one
Were there good attitudes? That's nice to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, well,
then there were first tee kids.
The
playing.
hardest part of the whole thing, really, in any sports, are the parents.
No doubt.
That's the biggest thing. The kids are great, and most of the parents are great. You have a few parents that are, it's a little bit challenging because they're demanding, they're trying to get what they want. But for the most part, it was all good. The NCGA staff was phenomenal. Those guys do a great
They
job.
do a great
I,
job.
I
really
looked
do.
at your field and on the internet, and there's a bunch coming from the Bay Area and Monterey and in Bakersfield and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So this is a Northern Cal tournament,
Right.
I understand because because the Southern Cal, we're right in that middle. We're right. Do they come down or come up?
They are
So
from. They
do you know
come
what I mean?
down.
So
yeah.
I'm talking about Central Coast. So
Yeah,
it's,
they all come down.
so yours come down. The ones that play like over at Cypress or something. You see a lot of them come up.
yes,
Or at Monarch Dunes, they come
Yeah.
up.
exactly.
So, but we're starting to grow junior golf right here in the area. Speaking of that, my little part of the BM is just small, but and I thought Dave was going to be in the studio today. He came out last evening and brought his flight scope,
oh, nice.
which I still haven't seen it because I was we put most of our young people through it, so they've never seen that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
And so the kids got to hit 6-8 balls or something, and he got their data, and we're going to email it to them. And we're going to compare at the end of the session to see if they picked up speed or solidness or whatever
Cool.
they're looking for.
Nice.
So this is my Birdie Eagle class, and so they're a little older now, understanding a little concept. So the kids that are into the technology thought this was the coolest thing. So I still haven't seen it because I don't know what TrackMan is. And I've seen TrackMan from a distance, but I've never
Yeah.
hit a shot.
yeah.
Or this one, and I was hoping to, but I was busy. While the other kids were doing that, I was doing something with the other people. But thank you, Dave Schimandel, for coming out and representing, and he was really nice with the kids. And so I was going to
That's
thank
cool,
him in
man.
person, but I was going to give him a big hug. I
Well-
brought him a little oleander plant that's
Did
in
you?
the car.
Yeah.
And
So-
And I think it's a hybrid, isn't it? Red
it's
and
no,
white?
this is a full breed.
Oh.
This is
full breed.
Full breed is that what they call it? It's
It's a full breed.
it's a full. It's what they call it. It's a legit.
Hybrid.
Are we coming up with a new? Is it genius or genus?
Yeah.
Of
Wow, you're a
plant?
genius. When I think of you, I think
don't-
of genius.
Oh boy, that's a lot of pressure right there.
It really is.
That's a lot of pressure.
I'm just trying to find out my live shot of the day calling, and he should be. So we'll find out what time it's coming in. But it is kind of neat that they're over there and the one play. I think this is a big AJGA tournament. Don't quote me on that, but it's a big junior event.
That's cool.
And if you win in this one, it gets you automatically into the World Championships.
And where's that
So
going to be? Do
It's
you know?
in Prim, so it's a 2-day.
Oh, it goes back there.
So that
No, the World
San
Champions.
Diego. That's at Torrey Pines.
Torrey Pines, nice.
I believe that's the one.
I saw Owen. He came up
So
and
the World
came
Junior
up and
Championship.
played a match against Paso Robles High this past week. He had a lot to say.
Oh, and yes, was he drill talking to you?
Yeah, I had a bag of Callaway wedges. I was doing a wedge fitting, so I had something
Nice.
like 50, not 50. It was probably like 20 wedges in a bag. And he's putting on the green, and he's got his back to me. So I walked up and I said, I heard you needed a wedge. And he turns around and I said, huh. I go, good luck today.
He was in his
He was in his-
focus, but
he was
he
in
probably
his
shot
moment.
70. What did you know?
He shot.
Was it windy?
Yeah, it was windy. He shot low score. I want to say he shot 74.
Was he medalist?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid's pretty solid.
He's very
He's-
solid.
But and so we're going to take a break. We come back in. We're going to talk about after the Masters. There's a lot to talk about. The champion. What's up with the champion? And there's good things and there's weird stuff going on. And we'll get our amazing professional staff and get their opinions on it. And if you want to call in, you can do that and share what you think about the tournament. There were some pretty good highlights.
Yeah.
There were, boy.
There was some really good highlights.
Really good
Take us out of here, Mike.
All right, Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy, brought to you by TaylorMade Golf. Check out the latest M3, M4 drivers, fairway woods, hybrids, and irons at TaylorMadeGolf.com today. Also, the Paso Robles Inn, 800-676-1713. Visit GolfTalkRadio.com today to enter the Paso Robles Inn and Paso Robles Golf Club golf package, which we'll be drawing next week. We'll pick the winner. It's absolutely free. Enter at golftalkradio.com today. We'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy on the Golf Talk Radio Network.